AI doesn't believe, doesn't doubt, and doesn't care about religion. But when we asked it to analyze the Quran's verses about honeybees, the results were shocking. How did a 7th century text reveal scientific facts we only uncovered recently? Let's put the Quran to the ultimate AI test. Today, science has unlocked the mysteries of the microscopic world and confirmed that the worker bees responsible for collecting nectar and producing honey are female. But let's rewind to the 7th century, a time when this discovery was not possible without modern scientific tools. Yet the Quran describes worker bees using female pronouns. When we asked AI to calculate the chances of someone getting this right purely by accident, 1400 years ago, it gave us a probability of 1 in 100 or a 1% chance. Now, if you look at it from a cultural context, most ancient societies associated labor-intensive work almost exclusively with males. Even centuries later, thinkers like Shakespeare still described bees as male soldiers. Given this strong cultural bias, it's unlikely anyone would have guessed that worker bees were female. When this historical context is factored in, AI adjusted the probability to 1 in 500 or 0.2%. That makes this Quranic detail statistically remarkable and far beyond what chance alone would reasonably explain. Next, let's talk about bee communication. In the 1970s, scientist Carl von Frisch discovered how bees perform a waggle dance, the dance that shows the rest of the hive precisely where to find a new food source miles away. This confirmed that the bees can communicate precise directions through their movements, something scientists only discovered in the 20th century. The significance of this finding was so great that it earned Carl von Frisch a Nobel Prize. But did you know that the Quran already mentioned that bees follow specific paths laid out for them in chapter 16, verses 68 and 69? This description matches what science discovered centuries later. So, how did the Quran know this in the 7th century? Was it mere guesswork? Let's analyze. AI helped us calculate that the probability of someone getting this right, even by guessing in the 7th century, is 1 in 1000 or 0.1%. Moving on to honey. The Quran calls honey a healing drink produced by bees. Today, science backs this up. Honey has antibacterial properties, antioxidants, and can heal wounds and soothe sore throats. It's remarkable that the Quran emphasized honey's healing properties centuries before science could explain the reasons behind it. AI analysis gives this an extremely low probability of being mentioned by coincidence, especially in a time when detailed medical knowledge was limited. Finally, let's talk about the anatomy of bees. Bees have 2 stomachs, one for digesting food and one for storing nectar to make honey. And we only discovered this with the development of modern entomology and microscopy in the 18th and 19th centuries. However, it's interesting to note that the Quran referred to this fact centuries earlier in Surah 16 verse 69. The probability of this detail being known without modern tools. AI's analysis gave this an even lower chance of being known at the time. How was it mentioned in the Quran then? Now, let's take our analysis further. If we take all of these 4 facts: 1. Female worker bees. 2. The waggle dance. 3. Honey as a healing drink. And 4. Bees having 2 stomachs. And ask AI to calculate the combined probability of them all being mentioned correctly by coincidence in the Quran, the result is mind-blowing. The probability of these intricate details all being known in the 7th century without any scientific tools or knowledge is 1 in 2.5 billion. That's right, 1 in 2.5 billion. With this AI-backed analysis, it becomes clear that the precise knowledge about honeybees found in the Quran could not be the result of human coincidence. The details, which align perfectly with modern scientific discoveries, suggest something far greater. These facts point towards the Quran being the word of the Creator, whose knowledge transcends time and space. So, the next time you see a bee, remember, it's not just a tiny creature, but a living sign that reflects the wisdom and knowledge of the divine. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue exploring the beautiful connections between the Quran and modern science. Until next time, peace and blessings.